Okay. Chris, you do the opening this week.
No, I'm not doing it.
Do the opening,
my God,
Chris. Just do the opening. Come on.
Dude, please your
Death
fans.
Talk.
Perfect.
Just do the opening, Chris.
Do
Come
your
on.
best Rich impression.
Do it.
Okay. Death Talk 39. Everyone's favorite podcast. We have
Keep going.
Mark
Hey, Rich.
and Scumbag Caleb.
Wait, Mark, why did you change your voice to
don't
impersonate
know.
yourself? Death Talk, episode 39.
Your voice bums me out.
Welcome back to the number one best ever podcast covering Deathwish Inc.
Yep.
Number one best
Raise the bar so high, there's no number 2 spot.
upvote.
Whoa.
We're back. We're 39 episodes in, guys. How do you guys?
What are we
That's
going to do
a
for
lot.
40? 40% off the whole store?
We're gonna call it quits. We're gonna call it quits on
Every
40.
episode we do, we should use the number of the Deathwish catalog number and give a shout out to that album.
Well, Death Talk
Actually,
39.
a good idea.
Death Talk 39 is
gonna
You
fail
Fail Me.
Oh my god.
Be on the lookout, bitches.
So yeah, there we go. Shout out to You Fail Me, DW39.
That's a good idea.
There we go.
That's a cool idea.
We are gonna do some news. We're gonna do some tours. We have some weird things to talk about. I went to the movies the other day,
Must be.
and we're
I didn't know
gonna
the
talk
sound
about
effects
that.
were back.
That will be that'll be at the end of the show. I went to go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. So if you haven't seen that yet, we'll let you know when to pause it and come back. But
Oh, damn, we're talking spoilers?
We're going to do it at the end.
yeah, we are.
So
Gonna let you
anyone
know.
who doesn't want to be
I'll dip out.
spoiled alert is
But
is
before we
gone.
go there, I'm gonna have to introduce the crew. Caleb, welcome back, neighbor.
If you don't know, now you know.
Mark looking hard as nails in his Harm's Way t-shirt,
Thanks.
and Chris is looking spiffy today. He's got a collared shirt on. So
As always. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can't.
Kinda.
You can clean up, but you can't hide miserable.
yeah,
You can take the guy out of Lynn, but you can't take the Lynn out of the guy.
sounded kind of a little fucked up.
Thanks.
That cut way deeper than I intended.
So welcome everyone back. Let's move on to the news. Mark,
Let's move.
can you let the kids know about the Deathwish news?
Yes. Let's see here. So, Bosk, new album, Audio Noir.
Stop it.
I won't. I'm going to continue. Bosk Audio Noir, LP, CD. You know the deal. Digital. Oh, yeah. We got shirts. We got sweatshirts. All of it. We got a song out called Kobe. There's a music video for it. We've talked about this before in previous episodes, but the music video is awesome. The song is awesome. Whole album is awesome. The album comes out on April 1st, only a few weeks away. Pre-order still going strong.
No joke?
No joke. Gonna be shipping in about a week or so. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A little over a week. So, get your pre-orders in. There's still awesome colors available. And Chris will talk about some of the shows that Bosk is going to be playing. They're going to be playing some shows. So, keep on the lookout for that if you're overseas. And, yeah, Bosk. And also... this is why you don't look at the show notes. Literally the next bullet, dog. Speaking of Bosk...
I love how Caleb tried to casually whisper into the
still hear
microphone, like, no one will ever know
literally the next
that
thing.
I'm gonna talk and tell Mark something.
Speaking of Bosk, Tom from the band has done a select tracks playlist via our Spotify page.
Mark loves them.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So if make sure you're following us on Spotify, Deathwish Inc. We post playlists and stuff, but Tom posted a playlist of the new Bosk song that's on there, plus a bunch of other music that he's been listening to or really enjoys. So
Yeah.
listen to that as well as the other ones we've made from people from Cult Leader and Loma Prieta. And was that it so far? I can't remember.
We did a self-defense one.
Self-defense
Yeah,
one too.
so
So yeah,
I really enjoy them because you can kind of get a sense of like how their album was influenced by other artists and things like that, and it gives you a sense of like where some of their influences came from. So, I think it's interesting.
And music's cool, and you can find out about a band you didn't know about before.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see what people are listening to. So
also, if you're already following Deathwish on Spotify, you know. But if you are just realizing this now, we post staff picks playlists every week, and they're just straight fire emojis across the board. So,
and while we're here, let's throw a shout out to Caleb, who does them most of the week.
Wow,
and Mark does them too sometimes.
Every once in a while.
Caleb, you do a great job. People really enjoy the staff picks playlist.
Why don't you just quit? You hate it here.
Caleb meticulously DJs the playlist every week.
I do. I sequence them out, and I take great pride.
So
last week's was particularly good.
When you're listening to that flow, just know that Caleb is behind it.
That's right. Caleb's been teaching me all of his favorite tricks for DJing. All right, so next thing we can talk about is Jake, one of our bosses. You've heard him on here before.
You've seen him around town.
Yeah. He's going to be on the next episode of the Josta Show podcast. It's Jamie Josta from Hatebreed, and he recorded that recently. So you should keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to that show.
Right before our podcast.
Yeah, subscribe to that show if you're not, or if you're not aware of it, or if you're already listening to it. Be on the lookout and get excited for it because it should be good. I'll be listening.
Yeah, I subscribe.
Subscribe. Can we do something else? Holy shit!
There we go.
Oh my god! Never have I felt more comfortable in that moment.
Thank you, Mark, for the news.
No.
I wish
we're no news. We're editing all of that out.
Not doing the news today.
Mark, not your best news segment.
Yeah.
Episode 39 will go down in infamy. Caleb thought that was funny.
I'm checking out.
But you know what? I think there's someone that might be able to get this podcast back on track. You know what? He's miserable. He wears glasses.
He's got a new haircut.
And he's got a new haircut.
Okay.
If I had a haircut,
it's tour time. Yeah. Tour time with miserable Chris.
Oh, all the bands canceled the tours, so
here we go.
We actually don't have a tour time. Sorry.
Get out of here.
All right. Okay, so Converge and Harm's Way will be touring together in Europe with Gold starting May 18th through May 22nd. Also, Converge will be playing their Blood Moon set next month, April 11th through the 16th in Europe. So definitely go to that. It's going to be awesome. Victims will be doing a West Coast tour starting March 24th through April 1st. That's all the new stuff we got going on. Do a quick recap of things that are going on or about to happen. So Self-Defense Family is on tour now, playing a few South by Southwest shows, as well as Spillover Music Fest. And then hitting the road with Culture Abuse and Strange Wilds, starting March 21st until March 27th. Death Index will be touring the U.S. starting April 21st through May 4th, and then they will start their European tour May 12th through the 28th. Cult Leader will be touring with Deftones starting March 19th through March 24th. Boss will be playing a few UK shows with Cult of Luna starting April 9th through the 11th. Frameworks will be hitting the road with O Brother April 9th through the 17th, and that is it.
There we go. There's your tour recap. So get out there, go to a show, do the mosh pit,
buy merch,
flail your arms crazily. Is that what you do, Caleb?
What do they do? Wall of Death? Do that?
Yeah.
Sometimes
all of those
I go to the bathroom.
In the pit. Piss in the pit.
You ever see the video
piss pitting?
You ever see the video of the dude at the trash talk show pissing into his mouth in the pit?
No.
Give that a quick Google, everyone. Thank me later.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We'll add it to the show notes.
Cool.
Mark's not commenting on it, but I think it might have actually been him.
It's when he had longer hair.
Stay hydrated somehow.
He was losing. He was just losing it in the pit. All right.
Anyways,
guys,
moving on.
I've discovered something. I've been saving this. I haven't told you guys about this at all because I've been wanting to talk about it on the podcast.
It's okay, Rich. You can tell us anything.
And I don't know if this is normal or not, but I discovered I can't breathe out of one of my nostrils.
So dumb.
Can you guys breathe out of both your nostrils? Like, close one up and try to breathe out of it.
Yeah.
Like, fine?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my left nostril.
Yeah, nothing.
Are you,
I don't
like,
hear
locked
anything.
I don't know.
Stick a Q-tip up there.
Hold on. I just figured. I didn't know that. I've not been able to breathe out of that nostril for so long. I just figured you're only supposed to be able to breathe out of one
Shut
nostril.
the fuck
Not
up.
even lying.
Really?
I don't remember the last time I could breathe out of that nostril.
You want me to stick a Q-tip up there?
No.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I've been trying. I want to get some advice.
You should probably go to the doctor.
Are there any doctors listening? If there's any doctors listening to this podcast,
Hashtag DW nostril.
can you let me know what to do? I just thought it was weird.
Like, as far back as you can remember.
Dude, I cannot remember last time I was able to actually...
I don't think about what nostrils I'm breathing in. I just fucking breathe.
Were you a compulsive nose picker in middle school?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't... No more than the usual.
Try blowing your nose?
Yeah, I tried all of that stuff. I won't do that on the microphone because that would probably freak people out.
We already did this a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I just and the other day when I realized I couldn't breathe out of one of the nostrils, it freaked me out a little bit because I was I could never breathe out of that nostril.
Well, did you ask like Megan what is?
Yeah, she told me
she's a nurse, so she must know.
She told me it's probably a deviated septum.
Oh,
I've heard that.
I don't know what that is.
I've heard that term.
I gotta look more into it. I'll WebMD it. It'll
don't
probably
know what
tell
it
me
is,
that I have
Don't
some
WebMD
terrible disease that I'll never be able to recover from. But I just realized that the other day.
If you go to WebMD, you're gonna leave that website thinking it's a tumor
every time. Yeah. So that's scary. But enough about me. Let's talk about Mark's Jello parties.
Cool.
Mark revealed while we were setting up the show, getting ready for the show.
Unfortunately, I really think I've talked about this on the podcast before, and you guys all forget. But
I don't remember this. Do you guys remember this at all?
I don't
Alright,
remember
maybe
that
I'm wrong.
at all.
We've done
or I've talked to one of you about
so many episodes now, Mark. Hundreds of episodes. By hundreds, I mean 38 other episodes that I don't remember you ever talking about this. But Mark, you used to have Jello parties?
Yeah, I wish that this had a bigger punchline because we're setting it up for a portion of the discussion. But it was just a party where people brought Jello.
Different kinds of Jello.
Just whatever.
What about Tupperware?
Okay, so
you could do 2 in 1 here.
What? Oh, Tupperware.
I don't
party.
understand this at all.
Okay. It wasn't my idea, but this guy, Max and Joe, they're brothers, lived in this house. I played in a band with them for many years, and we used to practice in their attic, and we used to just have shows in this person's attic, their house, 3 bands would play, and then 40 or 50 people would come. Everyone would bring Jello, so there'd be insane amounts of Jello, and everyone would just eat Jello all night. And I think the reason I just thought it was so weird and funny at the time. So it's not like I can't remember the last time I had Jello. Maybe when I was 14 when this happened, but I just remember thinking that it was weird. And
What was your favorite flavor?
Oh, I don't know. Red? I don't know.
Red. Just red.
They're all just do they have flavors? They're just weird.
I don't know.
Jello's
I think
weird.
they do. I would assume they do.
But
I wish there was more that went on this. You guys would throw it at each other or have a Jello wrestling pool or something like that.
I don't know what you were wishing for.
I just thought it would be more than
after hours
than that.
entertainment.
Have you ever been submerged in Jello?
Nope.
Wow, I thought Husky Leon walked in here for a second.
Kind of sounded like him.
Yeah. He's a big Jello fan.
Dude loves Jello.
No, No, not at all.
I don't know what he likes. I don't know if he eats.
Just liquid only.
He probably eats like tree bark.
So yeah, and then people would like sneak in like coke and stuff behind
Cocaine?
their parents' back.
Like cocaine?
I'm just trying to make this story exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I got coke on the brain watching vinyl.
Sorry, just
Maybe that's
checking
why.
my
Maybe that's
nostril.
why my nostrils all fucked up.
Definitely.
All the payola. Mark, you've been watching vinyl, you know.
I don't know what payola is.
Oh, that's like the music industry term.
For drugs?
Yeah, bring the payola.
It's like that's when they like pay off radio DJs to like play a song.
Didn't know it was called that.
But sometimes they just like send them coke or something, or give them coke or women or marijuana.
Marijuanas.
Or acid.
Chris, what do you do for radio promotions?
Yeah, Chris, how do you typically pay those people up?
Cocaine, usually, typically. No, you just send an email. That's what you do now. You just send an email. And they might respond to you.
Chris usually puts a scantily clad picture of himself.
Yeah.
attached
Well,
to
no,
each
that's
email.
to everyone. That's like in my signature. So send me an email if you want to see it.
Les Mis calendar 2016.
Chris's signature isn't his information. It's just a photo and you want more.
Yeah, so that's how he gets the college
Strictly
kids
professional.
to play our songs. Oh
Yeah,
my god!
so it's quite easy.
Let's move on to the feedback of the show. This is the
Let's.
part of the show where you can be part of Death Talk. There's multiple ways to do it, but you can do it on Twitter. Use the hashtag AskDeathTalk with your tweet. You can email us, deathtalk@deathwishing.com, or call the Death Talk hotline. That's 754-703-8255.
D-Talk.
No, I didn't do it yet. That's 754-70-D-Talk. I'm going to read this email, okay? This is Jared from Perth. He actually emailed us, I think, was it the last show? It might have been the last show. Yeah. Well, he says that it was the last show. So, he says, "Hey guys, Jared from Perth, Australia, here again. Thanks for reading my stupid as fuck question last episode. Appreciate it. Now, Rich, because you had to look up what a bloke was, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wow, you have a short memory, Mark.
Yep.
I thought I'd shoot you guys some general Australian sayings, since down here we have a different way of speaking for the most part. I haven't showed you guys this email because we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
This sounds fun. I like this.
Okay.
I like games.
So
This is different, like having fun on this.
yeah, we usually don't. You guys are usually chained to the couch, so to make sure that you guys do the podcast.
Rich and his after hours thoughts this episode.
Ooh. Okay. Here's the first one. Ready?
Chain me up.
All right. What do you guys think this is? A drongo.
A drongo.
Yeah.
Drongo.
Do you know what a
That's a cigarette.
drongo?
That's a
Drongo
cigarette.
sounds like one of the bosses you have to beat in a Crash Bandicoot.
Chris, you have a guess?
It sounds like a motorized scooter or something.
It's a cigarette. It has to be a cigarette.
Or a
It's-
glass of water.
It's a moron/idiot.
Damn it.
Fuck.
You ready for
We're
the
all
next one?
fucking drongos.
Yeah.
Why,
fucking
why, was,
drongo.
why was that the first one, Jared?
Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, here's the next one. Bonza.
Cigarette.
Why do you think everything's a cigarette? Bonza. B-O-N-Z-A. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but...
Bonza.
Bonza. Generally used when some...
What?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't finish. I forgot to let you guys...
Bonza, I'm gonna say it's like an Australian pinata for like a party.
Chris.
Is it a tree or something?
It's an abbreviated version of a bonsai tree in Australia.
No,
That's
it's...
what it is.
We have to go through these a little bit quicker, but...
No, we don't. We got enough.
got time.
Generally used when something is great. Had a bonza time last night.
All right.
See, we keep thinking these things are like objects, and they're not. They're just like
Banza.
I hope none of these are like offensive because
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
just
know what
saying
these
them.
mean. So like,
He's saying they're different definitions,
Yeah.
but it's some racist.
if I'm offending someone in Australia, I apologize because I have no idea what these mean.
We should Google them.
Sheila.
That's just a girl.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
you're right. You got it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
woman.
I'm glad I didn't say what I was going to say.
What were you gonna say?
I'm not. I can't.
Rough as guts.
Rough as guts.
That's when you're having like a hard time or something sucks.
So would you say Caleb is rough as guts?
Yeah.
I would say like
I'm-
someone that's tough.
This episode
That's
is
what
rough as guts.
Yeah, I'm having a rough as guts time.
This is
Not a bonza time.
an ugly person. So Caleb is rough as
Yeah,
guts.
no, I agree with
That's so
that.
rough.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, he is rough as guts."
That's a good one. I'm gonna
That is a
start
good
using
one.
Take a good sniff. Oh wait, you can't. What's next?
that. Bloody oath.
Bloody oath.
That's like a promise.
It's a pinky swear.
Bloody oath.
What
Oath. TH.
Oath. Like oath breaker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Shout out.
It's a pinky swear, definitely.
Blood oath. Or it's like
Yeah, it's like a
it's
blood
when
oath.
a waiter promises that the steak will be cooked exactly the way you want it to be.
It means yes/yeah.
That's so many more syllables. Just say yes.
Blood oath.
Bloody oath.
Bloody
Bloody
oath.
oath.
I don't know if you asked me, is your name Rich? I would say bloody oath.
And if I asked myself if you're a drongo, I'd say bloody oath.
Yes. Yes.
Fucking bonza.
I'm having a bonza time with this segment.
Fucking rough as guts, dude.
I really hope none of these are like offensive. Fair dinkum.
Next one, it's definitely offensive.
That's like that good D.
Fair dinkum is like
dinkum.
when you get like a good interest rate on a loan or something.
That means fair or true.
Okay.
There you go. What does this mean? Face like a dropped pie.
Ugly again.
I think that's
like
rough
ugly.
as guts.
Yeah, this is an ugly person. And Jared says, I use this on the regular.
Face like a dropped pie?
Yeah.
Are these sayings or is he just
I
made
think this is
up?
random shit.
You might just be
Jared
making
says.
this up, but it's very entertaining.
so
anyways.
good.
Okay, we got two more. Sorry.
Like a dropped pie.
Chunder.
Chunder. It's chowder. Chunder.
Chunder.
That's like a little kid. Like, I had to go to this Chunder's party.
It's like the dopest cheese you can find. Macaroni and chunder.
Chris! Look at him!
You broke them.
Alright, what does that one mean?
I think is it like a ride at Disney World? Chunder Mountain. No, it's to throw up.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds
the
wow.
right.
finest mac and chunder.
Chunder.
All right, this one is last one. This is whoop whoop.
There it is.
I was just gonna say there it is.
Whoop whoop.
Like
Like you're excited or
an
or
exclamatory remark.
No, this is a made up place used when someone lives far out. Thanks again, guys.
Is that really the last one?
Yep. Thanks again, guys.
Yo, send more.
Jared,
that
we got
was
more.
great.
It was very entertaining. Thanks again, guys. Been loving the show since episode 15. Stay miserable. There we go.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Jared.
Thank you. That was entertaining.
I hope that he listened to 1 through 14 too and wasn't sold.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, 15, I'm in. That was
We got
solid.
one tweet we got to get into. This one's from at detuned Miss Precious Perfect.
Okay.
Like a pearly cat. Hashtag Ask Death Talk. That's the one you use, Caleb, if you want to interact with the show.
Yep.
Bummed you guys didn't notice the unintentional Fieldy's Dreams reference.
I still don't know what that means.
So remember we were talking about Fieldy on the last show?
No.
Corn?
I don't remember that.
Cornfieldy?
I think we were talking about dream band members, like if you had to make like a super group, and I think Caleb said something about Fieldy on bass.
Did I? Oh.
And you said Fieldy, it would be a dream or something like that. I think you said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know Fieldy's Dreams? Or Fieldy's Dream? I don't know what it is. But that was his hip hop. When he was like a rapper. That was like his solo thing. Do you
didn't know
you
that.
don't remember this?
I didn't know
he was
about
like,
any of that.
I don't know if he still does it, but like, yeah, he's like he tried to be a rapper or something a little bit.
That's so sick.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought you'd be interested, Caleb.
I am, because like he's on my dream team.
Yeah, you said you love the way he plays bass.
I do.
Yeah. So
Low and detuned.
that's how. Actually, at Detune, that was the guy's hashtag.
Yeah,
hashtag Twitter handle.
My boy.
So yeah, that's it for feedback. Again, if you want to be a part of the show, use the hashtag AskDeathTalk on Twitter. Email deathtalk@deathwishing.com or give the Death Talk hotline a call.
Or if you just want to give us like weird words to say and define on the show,
Sure.
I'm cool with that.
That's 754-70-DTalk. There you go. Give us a call. What we're into, guys? What the hell are you into these days? Who wants to give it a start?
Go for it, Rich.
Chris? I think Chris put something on there. You want to go?
I'll go. House of Cards Season 4. I've been binge watching it. You can. I'm surprised you didn't make the joke Chris's Netflix corner, because
This is Chris's
that's
Netflix
basically
corner.
what it is.
Yeah, Chris
But,
loves Netflix.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Been watching that. So
Yeah. I didn't finish season 3 yet, so
you should do that.
I gotta get on that. I will.
Do it
I
this
will.
weekend.
So, that's good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I have
Anyone else?
a weird what we're into.
Yeah, let's hear it.
But do you guys have trouble waking up in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Because I'm not very good at it. I have to wake up like super early to like I wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Me too.
To get to work by like 9:30. It takes me like 2.5 hours to like get ready. But I've been trying to.
You do look great. It's when you take the time.
the makeup,
it really does
the
look
hair. It's
Yeah.
it's so good.
But I've been trying like. Do you guys sleep next to your phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you check it in the morning and like you fuck around like a little bit.
sure.
I do that a lot. Do you do that?
Yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, I took the phone out of my bedroom. No more phone. I don't
Okay.
sleep next to my phone anymore. Because I just I would check my phone, look through my email, check Twitter, check Instagram.
So you have a separate alarm?
Yeah, well, I have my watch.
Oh.
So I can use that as an alarm.
Do you wear
But-
that while you sleep?
No, I don't wear it when I sleep, but I put it on the opposite side of the room. So it goes off and
So
I
you
have
have
to
to
get
get
up
up.
to turn it off.
I've actually thought about doing that with my phone. Is putting it.
I have
across
to
the
do
room.
all of these things to just get out of bed and get going in the morning, because I'm I would sit in bed for a half an hour just looking at shit.
My biggest problem is snoozing. I snooze for
Yeah,
2
that
hours.
too.
Yeah, I
Me
do
too. I'll
that.
snooze 40 times
Yeah.
before I actually wake up. So give it a shot. I've actually been working good. I actually just been getting up out of bed and getting going.
How do you feel, though?
I feel obviously you feel tired. You're just oh fuck. But I feel fine after a couple minutes. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You just get over it pretty quickly. You're just yeah, I'm fucking tired. But you're not any more tired than you would be staying in bed for an extra 20 minutes or something.
Yeah,
you know?
you're not actually getting sleep. You're just rolling around.
Yeah, you're not. So give it a shot.
I find I'm more awake on days where I don't get any sleep, and then I'll stay up all night, come to work, and be like nothing happened, and then the next day, and then I get a good amount of sleep that night, and then the next day I'm just drowsy and sluggish the whole day.
I've tried all those sleep apps, the ones you put underneath your pillow and shit.
Yeah, they don't work for me.
They work, but it's just not that. I still have the phone there, and then I have to turn it off, and then just okay, well now I'm going to look at Twitter for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So I'd say give that a shot if you're a bad waker-upper in the morning.
You know what helps me? Taking a shower, right when I get up, it sort of wakes me up You know?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I always take a shower in the morning, but, like, if I just do it, like, first thing, it's like, it's either it wakes me up or the warmth of the water makes me want to fall asleep again. I'm, like, leaning up against the side of the shower, like, falling asleep, like, whatever.
So that's what I'm into.
Rich is
putting the alarm on the other side of the room.
I'd be afraid I wouldn't hear it.
It works fine for me. I mean, it's not even that loud, but I think anything like wakes me up.
I have to change my alarm. I'm so used to it at this point, but sometimes it plays and I don't wake up.
I was gonna get one of those like sun things, like those like that like lights up the room. One of those alarm clocks that like that like kind of like simulates like the
Sunlight.
sun rising or something like that. But I think it's a little too intense.
Yeah,
this has been working fine. I've been doing good.
There we go.
So, Caleb, Mark. Got anything good for us?
Me first? It's been out for a while, but I've just been listening to a lot this week. The Julian Baker album. Just listening to it a lot. Sprained Ankle.
Yeah.
It's the shit.
Nice.
I liked it from the start, but I didn't really listen to it that much. I started listening to it even more, and now I love it. It's great.
Cool.
He was singing it all morning.
Yeah, she's real good.
Who sounded better, Mark or Julian Baker?
I mean, gotta give it to my boy here.
No disrespect, Julian. But, yeah, Sprained Ankle. It's really good. She just did a Tiny Desk concert, and it sounds arguably better than the recording. It's really good. And she also plays a new song. So, check it out.
There you go.
She's good.
Well, this week, I didn't believe you, Rich, but I jumped in. I'm 9 days into my free trial.
Caleb has succumbed.
I drank the Kool-Aid
to
major.
The Rich Rossi getting things done workout DVD Blu-ray project.
I will honestly invest in that. That'd be the funniest thing. Is like, what up? It's me, Rich.
No, he'd just run out. I love this company.
Shout out to Steve Ballmer. You're my dog.
Yeah, no.
You have to put that link in the show notes so
Yeah.
people can watch that video.
Is it really helping?
Yeah,
a lot.
Sorry, say it again, Caleb.
OmniFocus.
There you go. I just want to make sure that
it's an expensive ass app, but you get the free trial. So figure out if you like it or not. I'm definitely gonna buy it.
You bought in.
Yeah,
you bought in.
It's real handy. It's real. Honestly, it can be like overcomplicated and like unnecessary with some of the shit, but you can dumb it down or simplify it to whatever your needs are. So it's good that it has the.
Do you want to give a little bit of a basic rundown of what it does?
It's basically like a task list,
yes.
like Evernote or Wunderlist or whatever. So basically, I probably complain about this every podcast episode, but my previous setup was like, all right, so I have 1 million Evernotes, and then I have like 500 reminders set up for like daily or weekly or whatever. And then I had like this weird system of like starring things and doing bullshit in my inbox for email. So I was just scattered and everything was all over the place, and like I was getting stuff done, but I was like constantly like running my hand through my hair like what's going on. So like this organizes everything into one spot, and you can do daily reminders, weekly reminders, whatever, blah blah blah. You can like assign projects and like do tasks within that project, really, which is really nice. And like I'm just at the surface level really so far right now, and it's helping me a lot. Like, pardon the pun, get like focus on stuff and get stuff done quicker, more efficiently, and then like have time for other stuff. But you can even go deeper with it, which I'm excited about. So I'm I gotta give you credit, even though I don't want to. It's helping.
So would you say that you've bought into the Rich Rossi way of working?
Yeah, I have a new calendar app. I'm using a new email app. It's all helping.
All right, can I tell you something? I remember you showed us OmniFocus a few months ago or something, and I was looking at it. It's cool. I just thought you were a tech freak. Well,
he is.
You are.
There's more than meets the eye, Mark.
Okay, you are a tech freak, and there's shit that you care about that I don't necessarily care about. So I was sort of like, yeah, it seems like it's helpful and stuff, but it doesn't really seem like it's for me.
Exactly.
Not
a lot of the time, Rich will recommend stuff, and I'll look into it, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to use this. But
The fact that it's
this
working
one,
for you sort of makes me interested in wanting to give it a shot.
yeah,
I was interested before, but it's like you do a lot of stuff that I'm not necessarily doing. Not that you and I do the same thing, but it might. Because I'm honestly still forgetting stuff with Wunderlist. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, see, this is good too because
So-
it's when I said it was like overcomplicated, like it doesn't have to be, but like you can also like it's really good because it has so much potential. Like you can organize it and like I can set like there's like the thing they call context. So like you can set stuff. You can like assign it like to a person. Like, oh, I need this person to do this thing. So you set them as the context, and then you check in with them. And like there's like a million ways you can do things. It's real handy, and you can get a 14-day free trial.
I'll try
So
the free
you don't have to
trial or
commit.
something.
It is expensive as hell. So
It's $40.
All right, it's not expensive as hell.
yeah, but you got to buy it for phone and desktop.
It's not like it's $1,000.
You have to buy it
I'm
separately?
sorry, $80 for a fucking app is expensive for me.
It's $40 for the desktop app, $40 for the iOS app.
Yeah, so it's an $80
Not interested
investment.
anymore.
Yeah, I know it's
fuck?
an investment. Yeah, it is.
Why can't it, why isn't it the same? They're ripping everyone off. That sucks. That's fucked up.
It honestly, that's the worst part about it is that you have to buy it twice. But
That's
I'm
like-
definitely gonna do it still.
Wow.
It's worth it.
Damn.
If you don't want to pay, you don't have to. It's not. No one put a gun to your head.
No, I know.
try-
I'm surprised by it.
If you're interested, just give the trial a go. You don't necessarily need it for your phone, but I
That's
definitely
what
want it because like I
Yeah.
think of shit randomly when I'm like. Definitely not when I'm driving,
But we all
like
know-
when you're doing whatever, and you're like, "Oh, I need to like," and like on the iOS app, you can just do it with Siri.
But we all know Caleb won't be purchasing it this week because he's got some purchases to make tomorrow.
Oh, on Mondo.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold out.
Do you want to
Shout out to Mondo.
You should probably. I don't know if you're.
Caleb's Mondo corner.
Yeah, you should probably tell him about what's going on there.
Well, I mean, like how we're just giving them free ads, basically.
It's cool. It's cool. I think it's
I know.
really cool.
No, Mondo's fucking awesome. They're doing Star Wars prints tomorrow.
I saw him. Rich showed me.
Oh, Rich, because I showed Rich
Yeah.
and posted it to the group chat.
Yeah. Which one are you gonna get?
All of them.
They're doing.
No,
one for
I'm gonna get the Ollie Moss ones.
one for each for 4, 5, and 6. The real Star Wars movies, and then there's like a steampunk Darth Vader one.
Yeah, which is really cool, but I'm not.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I
The
don't.
first one of the of Luke.
The portrait, yeah,
is good.
That artist has been doing a huge series of portraits. I have the Mad Max ones.
I didn't like
They're
the
real cool.
last one of them in the
Cantina.
cantina. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, but yeah. I'm
But-
gonna get the Ollie Moss ones, the 4, 5, 6 ones. I think
Those are the cool,
Depending on
with
how
the
much-
silhouette of
Yeah.
that looks cool.
he did. Jesus, sorry, excuse me. He did an Evil Dead one in that style too that I've been lusting after forever.
So if you guys have what are these? You said they might be like about $60 a piece.
Well, their prints range all over the place. They're usually from anywhere from 40 to like 80, or like sometimes
really?
they usually do limited variants.
Yeah.
So like they'll be like the normal print, and then there'll be like a variant with like some sort of tweak. Those can be anywhere. Those can be like 100 or more, depending. But they're almost always impossible to get. Right. Everything on Mondo sells out and so quick. But I'm pretty sure these are going to be timed pre-orders, so they're going to leave them up. I think. I could be wrong about that, but.
So yeah, Caleb's looking for a part-time job. So if anyone's hiring,
yeah, Mondo, what's up?
Just to fulfill your addiction.
Yeah. So
I have record label experience.
So that's it. That's everyone did theirs. So before we get into film school with Rich,
we got to do a little.
We
bit
have
of
a little bit of follow-up from the last episode. As usual, Trey has negative comments to say to me.
We did a thing,
and Caleb, which he does every show. But we usually don't air it out on the podcast. It's usually through text messages where he types in all capital letters and says bad things about us.
I don't actually text in all caps ever.
You, Caleb?
No.
I honestly don't remember.
No.
You have done that.
I'm sure
I'm sure at some point I've done it. It's not a regular
No, it's not a regular thing, but when you yell at us...
There's no spell check.
When you yell at us about...
I'm looking back. Hold on. Keep talking.
When you yell at us about a certain thing on the podcast, you usually use the all caps to insinuate that you are very upset about what we just said.
Siri does not do a good job translating my texts in all caps. I've tried it.
Well,
Here we go. Here we go. Maybe we can screenshot this for the show notes. How did you hate the music? All caps. Question mark, exclamation.
I'm a liar.
It's not.
See,
it's not a lot, though.
You do that.
It isn't a lot. It isn't a lot, but from time to time. I just thought you'd be excited about the music.
Yeah.
No, I get that, and like you explained it well, but I still I don't like that vibe.
You don't like a sort of happy, creepy.
Yeah, well, I don't really get
it's-
creepy from it. It was just
It's like a weird, violent fairy tale.
it is. It totally is.
Trey, you were specifically a little bit. I want to say infuriated, but a little,
This is
this is one of your favorite movies. That's why
It is his favorite.
This
right?
This is your favorite movie.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite movie. Yeah.
Okay. And is it Jake's too? Is it one of Jake's favorites too?
It might be one of Jake's. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think it's his favorite.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of them because he picked it last week.
Oh,
or 2
yeah, you're
weeks.
right. You're right. So, okay.
He at least likes it. So it's a well loved movie.
It
around
is.
here.
It's definitely, and it also has a cult following. It's very popular in the subculture that we exist in here. Mm-hmm. Actually, I kind of wish you hated it so that I could have more.
I didn't hate it.
Fire.
I guess the more I guess more so that I didn't feel much for it. I just thought it was good. I was like, yeah, it's a good movie.
Then you're dead inside.
Yeah, I know. Here we go.
I don't know. I thought the whole fairy tale aspect of it, we didn't mention anything about that, and I think it's an interesting thing to bring up.
Oh, is that like a theory?
No, I
it's
just made that up right now.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if that was
Because I had a hard time trying to describe the music, the little intro theme.
Yeah.
Little theme, and Fairy Tale just popped into my head, and I think it kind of fits,
No, that's
No, it totally fits.
That's
And
fair.
it actually makes me like it more, but I still don't like it, the music. And there was another point, and I don't remember now, but there's another point. There was some music that I was just like, why? What is this doing?
if we're gonna put this movie up against Tarantino films, just Tarantino films alone, I
But
just don't think it's one of his best.
It's not a Tarantino film. He wrote it,
Well,
people
yes.
People
yes.
count it in, but I don't think it really necessarily should be, because I don't think he would count it.
I haven't spoken to him about it, so I can't comment.
Can you shoot him a text?
You think this is a better movie than Pulp Fiction?
I like it more. I mean, does that make it a better movie than Pulp Fiction? I don't know.
Okay.
I think
No, it's fine. I think everyone's entitled to opinions.
I
Their
think
opinion.
you can say a movie's better than another movie and still like the other movie more. I don't think.
okay.
I don't think
Yeah, but-
personal opinion.
But
you can
know
separate
how,
the two. Sometimes.
Yeah, but you know how we people get with things like that. What are you, an idiot? I don't care that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Pulp Fiction. I think it's a great film, but I don't kind of put it in the same category in my mental categorization of films as True Romance, even though they're both Tarantino films,
Yeah.
finger quotes.
Before, I literally didn't even know this movie existed.
That makes sense.
I honestly did not. I when Caleb told me you have to watch True Romance, I'm like, yeah, maybe I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it, and I don't know who's in it. So I didn't even know Quentin Tarantino wrote it.
I mean, it was not a large commercial success. You're getting phone calls. It was not a commercial success, so it makes sense. It's found its cult following,
Yeah.
as cult films do after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking through our group thread of Trey berating us. You brought up another thing about Clarence, that he's like a loser, and
Total loser.
and not like a badass. Even though the film, he does badass stuff, but it doesn't. We didn't. Me and you, Rich, we didn't mention anything about this, and it's another cool thing to bring up, that he's a weirdo outcast that just gets swept up in this. And he talks to Elvis. He has an imaginary
he's
friend.
got an imaginary friend. He manages or works in a comic book shop. He
he's
doesn't.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he did. Quentin Tarantino did model the character after himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes. I mean, then it also becomes like a sort of fantasy to live out that. You get the beautiful woman, you get to kill some people, have a bunch of money, and live on a beach in Mexico. That's cool.
Yeah, and then go out to L.A. and do
Yeah.
weird.
I never.
hijinks.
I didn't really.
I
When he went to the drug dealer's place to shoot the drug dealer,
Drexel.
or pimp,
Yes.
wherever he was, or
Both of those would work.
Yeah. I was under the impression that he's done that before, but then he got...
No, he's clearly watched a lot of films.
Yeah,
and knows how one should act
'cause he
in
felt very
those situations.
He seemed very confident in, like, yeah, I'm going to go take care of this guy.
Well,
like,
because the character is someone who loves movies and loves comic books. He knows how to act because he's seen it. He's basically living out a fantasy in reality.
Yeah.
Which is what makes it cool.
Yeah, and then he gets his ass kicked, and he just shoots him.
Yeah.
Well, that is reality crashing down on him.
Yeah.
You know.
Then he does, lots of stupid...
Yeah, I feel like both of us liked it, but like we didn't do it enough justice, you know.
I still didn't figure out why it wasn't available anywhere.
That is strange, and I meant to research that, and I didn't because
I asked the people.
I was busy
to
actually
see if anyone
working.
knew.
It's probably just a weird like rights issue. Like some company probably holds the rights and doesn't want to put out a physical or digital release.
That's
for
just
it,
weird.
so
It's just, but it's like
it just
weird.
happens sometimes.
It's like why? I mean,
it's just like an album that like that's been out of press or
yeah, you're right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. There are some there's weird albums that you're like, oh wow, this isn't available anywhere because it just got lost in the shuffle somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, I actually did want to check something out before I went and spoke out of turn. The character of the character being Quentin Tarantino totally makes sense because the role that he plays is kind of similar to, in a less crazy way, Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver, which is one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films. So essentially what he did is he created a movie, a story, where he gets to play himself acting out this Travis Bickle saving the girl in trouble sort of fantasy. So
I see.
That's cool. I didn't realize that. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's cool. You know? You guys are nerds. Wouldn't it be great to go kill a drug dealer and get a bunch of money and go on a crazy adventure?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool. So
I mean, I'd be more excited to find a free iTunes gift card or something like that.
Oh,
But
God. Again, Reggie.
just saying.
I don't know. It's a great film. I love it. I named my dog Alabama.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I didn't know that. I never really asked you about that.
It all comes together.
I just thought you were a fan of the state.
No,
I didn't know. I didn't really think to ask. But
it's strange that you didn't, though. I mean, I know who your dog is named after.
yes,
Who's your dog named after?
Penny from Lost.
yeah. All my animals are named after lost characters.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
What's Uzi named after?
Royal Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaums. Yeah. That's why it's UZZI.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there you go.
Damn.
Just blew your mind, right?
Yeah. All the office pups.
Yeah. I liked well, I hope it doesn't. We don't have too many more animals, but there's a theme, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, I don't. Who's Wendy named after?
I don't know. I could have to ask Angela. I don't know. So is that it? Is that it? You have anything else to yell at us about
No,
the movie?
you're
disappointed that
you went pretty soft on us.
Well, that's because your very milky attitude towards it, this very like it
That's
didn't
like
really
Rich's attitude towards everything.
No, I know.
No,
it didn't
that's
really,
not true at all. I've found movies that I've genuinely loved.
I'd actually, I mean, I'd rather get more upset. I'm going kind of old school. Like, I'd rather get more upset with the fact that you didn't like Raiders of the Lost Ark at all than thinking that True Romance was okay. Because that's just fucking crazy.
I mean, I didn't like, what's it called either? The other Harrison Ford movie? Blade Runner.
Star Wars?
Blade Runner, right? That was upsetting.
Oh,
I was upset on that
if you
one.
watch that on Netflix, it is the crappy voiceover version.
Oh, yeah, I saw you commented
Yeah, I saw
made a
that.
post
Yeah,
about
post.
that.
Yeah, it's the most horrible thing. You should watch it.
Why?
'cause
I will
is
never
that?
watch that movie
Why is
again.
that version anywhere? Like, who likes that?
I don't know.
Who's watching Blade Runner now? who would like, like people watching Blade
I mean, if
Runner
you're a
now
weirdo,
in 2016 want to see like.
Well, you want to see that to see that it exists. Like, oh,
Yeah.
well, here's this version of the film that Harrison Ford said is fucking garbage. So I want to
It
see
is.
how bad it is. Oh, it's fucking terrible.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like it just comes out of nowhere. Anyway,
And it really does. It really is one of those instances where it truly treats the audience like a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Like, here, let us explain everything to you with this voiceover.
and here's your happy ending. Tuck you in.
Yeah.
That
Terrible.
movie's terrible.
Two things.
No, it's not. It's a great film. I literally watched it 2 days ago. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good, Rich. You that's Raiders of the Lost Ark and Blade Runner. You've been real wrong about.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
You should watch Blade Runner again, not drunk.
absolutely. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got a little
Yeah.
had a few too many cocktails during that movie.
Trey,
Roll-
have you seen Cloverfield? The first Cloverfield.
Yeah, he hates
That's what
it.
we're doing
Yes,
this week.
yes. So this is a setup, as we've already talked about this. Yes, I have seen the original Cloverfield.
Nice.
It's complete fucking garbage.
I did. I have not revisited the film since it was in theaters.
Yeah.
But I do recall thinking that the film was complete fucking garbage.
Well, after you listen to this segment,
And I'm sure
you're gonna be,
I will go see this follow-up film to it because I've heard very good things about it. But
Do you like monster movies? You do, right?
I do like monster movies
Yeah.
quite a bit.
So did you hate Cloverfield? Do you remember why you hated Cloverfield? Because of the handheld?
Yeah, I thought the handheld thing was kind of. I thought I just thought it was lame. I don't know. I mean, I guess you and I spoke about this. It does. I don't know. It gives it some gritty. I just don't. None of that shit really impresses me when it comes to. I don't care about the Blair Witch Project. I'm not gonna. I don't think Hardcore Harry is going to be anything groundbreaking. Like I just don't give a shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
put a fucking camera on a stand and film some shit. You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. No, maybe that makes me simple, but I just don't really care.
I can't say I'm a huge fan of like found footage stuff, and it especially now since it's like super played out with Paranormal Activity and everything. But at the time, I remember thinking it was really cool because it's like, oh, it's a monster movie, but it literally puts you in like the monster movie. Like you're on the street, and I know that's like real cheesy, but it had a different feel to it for a monster movie for me, and I was like excited.
Sure, but the part that pulls you out of that is that it's like what pulled you in is like, oh, I feel like I'm really here, but what fucking asshole is going to keep
Filming.
a camera filming for as long as they did in that?
Exactly.
They had
and
the
that's-
world's best battery.
that's what pulls me out is that my mind can't the suspension of disbelief. I can't just go like, no, you'd stop fucking filming.
Yeah,
You would
exactly.
stop, and we wouldn't be watching the thing, and it wouldn't be, it's just, nah. Yeah, I no, I'm True Romance is great. It's my favorite film. I think that I wish that you would, maybe revisit it sometime and see if
had
you
a
can-
stronger opinion on it
Yeah.
in either direction.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed the movie. I just don't care that much.
You just
It's
reinforced
interesting.
it.
You did.
Yeah, I don't
you
care.
I just don't care that much. Have more of an opinion. I just said on tape that Cloverfield is a complete
garbage.
piece of fucking garbage. Like I had this opinion. I don't remember anything about
Exactly.
it. The movie's like 10 years old.
And I know
could give
you,
a shit
you
less.
don't care at all about Cloverfield.
No,
That's
but
the
I'd
thing,
rather
too.
say it's a piece of garbage than just be like, that's
And
boring.
also,
You
like
know
the
what?
whole.
All right. Sorry. You know what really about that movie that I didn't, why I didn't like it was because I wasn't rooting for anyone.
True Romance or Cloverfield?
True Romance.
Yeah.
why weren't you?
I didn't feel like I was like I didn't want to root for Christian Slater. Wait,
Christian Slater.
Christian
Yes,
Slater.
that's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name.
I didn't like him. I didn't want him to win.
I actually like Alabama better than
Yes.
him.
If
I like her,
anything,
but she's
I
like
want-
not in it that
If
much.
anything,
really.
I felt more like bad for her, and I wanted her to overcome the odds and be the
Yeah,
hero.
my favorite
But-
part of the movie is when he's like freaking out at her. He's like, "Oh, you feel bad for him? You feel bad for him?" Like 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 a typical like relationship fight. And then she's like, "No, that's like the most romantic thing." Like I was like, "Oh, she's awesome."
I wasn't rooting for Cousin Balky. Didn't care about him.
I actually just saw that a sort of reference to that scene I was watching. I Love You, Philip Morris. which is a Jim Carrey, Ewan McGregor
yeah.
film, and a similar thing happens in that, and Ewan McGregor basically says that to Jim Carrey in the film.
That's awesome.
Not exactly, not word for word, but it's obvious, like, oh, that's from True Romance.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Didn't want the cops to win.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah, so
That's why I
that's
have
really why I didn't care for the movie.
But even as a couple, you didn't want the couple of Clarence and Alabama to win. You didn't want them to overcome all of the things that had been standing there in their way.
No, I really didn't care if they died or not in the movie. Like, I was like, oh, if they died during the movie, I was like, okay, yeah, they die.
I think it's cool that you kind of thought Christian Slater was a jerk. Like, you didn't like him because he's not supposed to be perfect at all.
I have no sort of like. I would even say he's kind of an asshole.
He
is an asshole.
No, he is.
He put his father in danger and got him killed. And
the way that he treated his father was terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's still that's real. People aren't perfect. They're not the way that they are in movies. So
in general,
him being
like,
that way,
I didn't have anyone
sense.
to root for in the movie.
See, that's my problem with like gangster films, where it's a movie about like a despicable person. You're supposed to root for him. I'm just like, he's a fucking
I think
asshole.
in general, like more like modern television and modern movies, you kind of they make you root for like a bad guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're just like, oh, this guy's a fucking asshole, but you like him somehow. You're just like,
Breaking Bad.
yeah, exactly. Like, why am I rooting?
all of the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
And that makes sense. But
I wasn't rooting for this guy. I don't know. So
well, you should have been. You should have
I'm
been.
a bad person.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And also, just like going back to like your wishy-washy opinions, the whole conceit of this podcast or this segment was for you to like think differently about these like classic films. Like you being like you hating Raiders of the Lost Ark is perfect. That's like the whole point of this.
Mm-hmm.
And most you usually you're just like, yeah, it was okay.
No, I think you've also been.
Have I not been giving you like crazy
All right,
enough
look,
shit?
when you're giving me like classic movies or like top of the heap movies, like of course I'm gonna like the majority of them because they're great movies. Like you're not going to tell me to watch Grown Ups 2. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe I will.
so it's like of course I'm not gonna hate a lot of these movies, although I did hate some of the movies that you have given me. So
Like Raiders.
like yeah, Raiders and Blade Runner, they're bad movies.
I think with Blade Runner and True Romance, we're kind of dipping the toe a little bit into more cult stuff. That's not overtly popular or a quote good movie.
Yeah.
But
I can see that.
Maybe we should switch it up and do like straight up cult stuff, like we did with Evil Dead too.
Well, he
but that's
doesn't like the
kinda
cult
different.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that he doesn't seem to like appreciate the cult stuff. I
didn't really like Evil Dead.
I don't think he can just really discern the various flavors that we're giving him, and he's just a.
All right, I know.
It's because I'm conflicted because I like on the one hand I want to give you like weird shit, but I also don't want to give you a movie I know you're gonna hate.
Like, what
I like
are we gonna? Hey, this week you're watching Castaway, like.
That was Tom Hanks.
The fucking,
Yeah.
I've never seen
Men
that.
in Black. You're going to check
Yeah.
out Men in Black this week.
I've seen
Let's get cool.
I've never seen Toy Story. Is that weird?
That is pretty weird. Maybe not. I mean,
No,
it's,
because you seem like the kind of person who would stop watching cartoons at.
he never watched
adult.
cartoons.
Yeah, we talked about it
never.
on the podcast.
Yeah, no childhood.
that would make sense.
Yeah, no child. He was coding.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah. Well, that's how it is, guys. Sorry. Deal with it.
All right.
Let's move on.
Cool.
So before we finish up the podcast, let's do the film school with Rich, starring myself. And this is the part of the show where Caleb makes me watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time they're classic movies, but from time to time we do
like
a new
to switch
one.
it up.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, this week we did 10 Cloverfield Lane. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, hit pause and come back later. But if you have seen it, there'll be a good discussion on it. Actually, Mark's actually taking his headphones off and leaving right now, which is fine because he hasn't seen it yet. He didn't have a chance to. There was no time within the last 2 weeks for actually Mark to go see the movie. So
Real busy.
real busy. Yeah,
Just
Mark.
doing stuff.
Yeah, Mark was too busy having his Jello parties at home.
Good bring that one up.
So this week, Film School with Rich is brought to you by Caleb and the Deathwish store. Caleb, can you let the kids know how they can save a little bit of dough?
Enter the coupon code Cloverfield for 10% off your entire order.
There you go. Go to store.deathwishinc.com. Use the coupon code
Cloverfield.
and get 10% off your entire order. So I saw a few previews. This is 10. So we went to go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. Blah blah. Goodman, John Goodman. I don't know who the other actor is.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Is she in anything else? I don't really
She's
know.
been in some stuff. Scott Pilgrim is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that one, of course.
She's been in a few things. She's good.
Okay.
She's in Death Proof.
I haven't seen. I saw like a trailer a couple times, but nothing. I didn't read too much about the movie. I liked the original one.
Me too. It gets a lot of hate, and I understand.
I didn't
the hate,
love it.
But
It
I
was
still
fine.
like it.
It was good. Yeah, it was
I just like monster movies. They're fun.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So everyone saw this one. I saw it 2 nights ago, but overall impressions. Anything that we want to give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down?
2 thumbs up. Thought it was great.
I think it was a great movie. I was entertained the whole movie. It was great.
I think
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what did you have any expectations going into it? Because
Not really.
I don't think they're like being like tricksters with the marketing or anything. Like they show you like, oh, it's people in a bunker. That's what the movie is. But I feel like a lot of people are going to see Cloverfield and like expect monsters in it. And like, we're doing full spoilers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so like you don't get to see a monster until like the last 10 minutes of the movie, which I was totally cool with, and I wasn't expecting to actually see any monsters. So I was stoked, but
I was very surprised by the ending.
Yeah.
Shit hits the fan.
So
I thought it was going to be over when she like left the bunker. I was like, oh, it's going to be over.
It's going to be nothing. I thought it was going to be like, oh, this guy's just... So the best part of the movie, I feel, is that how well the movie played with your emotions on how you feel about John Goodman's character, Howard.
He killed it.
The whole time you're like, oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this guy doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is fucking crazy. Holy shit, this guy's a fucking murderer. Like, you're the whole time you're just... The movie is playing with your emotions and, like, changing the way you feel about all the characters, really, because... I thought at one point I was like, "Oh, Emmett, he must be in on it. He must know something. Like he's like his like second, you know, he helped build the bunker, so like he helped build whatever." And then it's just like, "Oh, this girl's just crazy. She's someone helped her, and now she's trying to like kill this guy just because like he helped her, saved her life or something like that." It's just like all of these different feelings about the characters throughout the movie. I think that's the best part of the entire movie. You don't know how to feel about anyone in the movie.
Yeah, and I also like.
And there's only 3 people in the movie.
Yeah.
No extras.
Yeah. Well, Bradley Cooper. Think about it. The phone call in the beginning.
Oh, on the phone.
Yeah, that's the voice. It was Bradley
Oh,
Cooper.
was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was Ben.
Yeah.
That must have been a real easy paycheck.
Right?
I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
The only other person was the woman that like came to the room.
And that's like one of the best parts. She's crazy good. That was so like chilling.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely was.
But what I was going to say is what I like was like all the red herrings and stuff. And like the movie's constantly like, oh, is this true? Is this true? And then like it flips everything. So usually like a movie like this, it'll be like, since okay, we're doing spoilers. So like normally a movie like this would be like, okay, is this guy just a crazy person or is there an alien invasion?
Right.
Usually it would be like, oh, she gets out of the bunker. No, there's nothing. He was just crazy. This is, no, he's a crazy person and there is still an invasion.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of neat, like flipping that on its side where you're like, oh no, like everything's true. Like this is all happening and it's all for real. But it's
yes, this guy is an actual crazy person and is a what do they call it? A survivalist or something like that?
Yeah,
like
or like a doomsday prepper.
Doomsday prepper. Yeah. he's that as well. Yes, he was in the Navy. Yes, he did have a daughter potentially. We're not really sure.
So I think the gist is he had a real daughter and a wife, and he started prepping. This is what I'm kind of guessing from clues in the movies. I don't know for sure, obviously. He had a wife and daughter, and he started like, oh, we gotta prep. So I'm gonna build this bunker, blah blah. He drove them away. They're like, you're fucking crazy. We gotta go. And then he got lonely or whatever and abducted that other girl, kidnapped her and kept her in the bunker, and eventually ended up killing her.
Christ.
That's what I think. I don't.
I think I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is just like they didn't confirm any of this.
Yeah.
You know, so it keeps you guessing and wondering. But.
So, what do you guys think about, like, they said they heard things, like, driving over the bunker?
Yeah, those were the ships at the end.
So, okay.
Yeah, the big ship that chases her and she blows up.
Yeah.
It was that. It was the same sound effect.
It was an alien invasion.
Yeah. And, you both saw Cloverfield, the original, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that one, I'm confused as...
Is this the same?
I don't know. Okay, that's why
I have to go back and look at the old one. Was there ships in the old one?
I remember the old one pretty well, and I'm sure some of the details are fuzzy, but here's how I kept thinking it was going to connect in like weird ways, and it never did. And I didn't realize this took place down south until like the end. But
Louisiana.
Yeah,
because he talked about.
Yeah, well, he mentioned Austin or something earlier on.
No,
too.
he said something about like he was going to go to, was it Louisiana Tech, a college?
Right.
Yeah,
but I mean anyway, right. Okay, so Cloverfield, the original Cloverfield, they're drilling blah blah blah, and they find something, because I remember it's like the Slusho Company or something like that is drilling, and they like find something, and that triggers like the monster. I thought that's what happened, but also in that movie, like I remember there's a lot of controversy. You know how they did all the viral marketing and stuff. There was video footage of like the characters at Coney Island or something, and like something blatantly falls out of the sky and goes into the ocean.
Oh, I don't.
So, is that like how do these movies connect? Because that was just one monster, and I know there's like little like insect things basically that like fell off it that were like mini monsters, but I'm not counting those really. So there's like one monster, and then in this it's like full on invasion. Is Cloverfield just like a broader? Are they turning it into just like a broader brand for like weird sci-fi shit, or are they connected? Because I did not follow it.
Yeah, I don't know the answer for sure to that, because if I thought the premise of this crazy thing happened, and then we're just gonna do different movies that explore the different ways that happened.
So
I think that's
cool.
I think that's really, really cool. They're
That's
doing
what I
a little
thought it
bit,
was, but
they're doing a little bit of this with The Walking Dead, where like they have the Walking Dead show, but they also have the other show that's Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So like it's the same event, but it's a different place where it's happening.
Well, no, it's a different time frame too. Fear of the Walking Dead is like it's when the zombies were just happening. It was just like
it would be like going back to season 1 then of Walking Dead. Wasn't it? Well, yeah, it's a little bit before that. Yeah. So, but it's the same event. That's happening. It's just a little bit earlier, and it's just started turning whatever, and it's in a different location. So, I think that's a great premise for like a series of movies.
So cool.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say enough good things about John Goodman in this movie.
Yeah. His acting in this movie was like on point.
He killed it. He just like absolutely killed it. He just, whatever he did to make you feel all the things you felt about him was absolutely
back
amazing.
And forth, you're feeling everything. You're
like you kind of knew he was crazy, but then you were just like, oh,
I feel bad for him.
This guy's kind of crazy, but he seems like he's an okay guy. He just doesn't know how to interact well with people, you know. And but man,
and then at the end with the burnt face,
yeah. The one scene where like really freaked me out was like when they were at dinner and she like held Emmett's hand for like a second, and he got like, it seemed like he was getting like real jealous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, also when he shaves his beard.
Yes.
Nothing said of it, but you're just like, oh no. he's like,
Yeah.
he like means business or something.
It's like
it was
you don't-
so creepy.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know if he's like attracted to this girl,
Right?
or
'Cause then-
or he just
and
wants
he,
to like
like-
kill her. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And earlier
In
on,
his clothes, like he was dressed up,
yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also
Like-
earlier on, like, is he like into her? Is that why he abducted her? Like, it's never quite clear. Is he like into her,
Yeah,
or
did
is
he-
it like because he's trying to like have another daughter again, like he did with the other girl?
Yeah,
Because
exactly. You don't
remember
know
the
what sort
card
of
game?
relationship he wants to have with this girl.
Yeah, remember like the card game thing? There, it wasn't a card game, but the game they were playing
Yes.
where he's like, "Oh, Michelle," and he's like, "Girl, princess."
Yeah,
he like
wouldn't
can't.
say-
He
wouldn't
won't
say
call her a
wo-
woman.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I don't think he's like, I don't think he wants. I don't think he's attracted to her necessarily.
He just wanted like a daughter
Yeah, because he
Again.
misses his family.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure, but
Yeah.
because
That makes sense.
Because then when he shoots Emmett, he just like grabs her. He's like, "We're okay now." Like, you know, like he was
Yeah.
trying to. Who's gonna hurt us? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
like super protective.
And then he just fucking he just puts his body in the acid.
Oh my god.
yeah, and he's like, it's all clean now, and then it cuts over, and it's
Yeah.
just it's dissolving. You're like, you didn't clean it at all.
Yeah,
So gross.
but man, what a great movie!
Yeah, really
Like
good.
this, like all right, this movie won't win any awards. It won't. I don't hear many people talking about it.
Are you kidding? I think it's getting a lot of hype.
Look,
I think it's pretty
did it come
hyped.
out Friday? It just came out Friday, the 11th,
I don't
right?
know,
There was
probably.
4 people in the movie theater, maybe 5, when I
Yeah.
went to go see it on Monday. So, not to say that, like,
Went on a Monday. Come on.
I know, I went on a Monday night, whatever. But,
I think it's. I could be talking out of my ass, but I think it's doing pretty well. And especially, like, think about it this way, too. It couldn't have cost a lot.
no, it was basically one setting the whole time. There was
Exactly.
definitely some
And CGI. like-
CGI stuff at the end. And
But not crazy.
no, nothing too
No.
crazy.
So,
I mean,
like, I think it's fine. There will be more. I hope there's more.
It seemed like they were setting it up for a sequel or
Definitely.
something.
yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like a direct sequel, but there should be more.
Yeah,
There
I
could-
don't, I
there
don't
could
need a
anything.
direct sequel. I just want more Cloverfield style.
I love this kind of movie.
Yeah.
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 And also,
I've never seen a movie where like it delivers.
it actually pays off.
It pays off, but it delivers like all the things you were thinking. Like you're like, oh well, it has to be this, it has to be that, or it has to be this. But
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
just like, yep, it was all of the things.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to like.
Yeah.
I didn't explain it well earlier, but that's what I was trying to say. Where like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it delivers everything, and
It's
then
like-
even at the end, the payoff, you're like, oh my god, oh, so there is an alien invasion. It's not like one little thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, like.
It's like, yes, there's an alien invasion. Yes, there is some flesh-eating disease that's like killing people, and yes, this guy is a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Like all of the things were just true, and what a great movie.
I'm glad you liked
Yeah, I
it.
definitely want to see it again.
I
was
don't
surprised-
want to. Look, it's not like I don't want to put it up there with like some of the greats. You know what I mean? But like, just really enjoyed this one.
Yes, it's really good, and it's this director's. It's his debut
Yeah,
full length,
Yeah, and he,
or feature length. So that's like real
That's
impressive.
yeah.
I watched an interview with J.J. Abrams, and he said at the time this was getting made, they weren't talking about it at all. Like there was no like hype up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was directing Star Wars at the time this was getting made.
Yeah.
And he would just kind of, he just said like, oh, I would throw in my 2 cents here and there, but he's like, this guy did the whole movie.
Yeah.
You know, like he directed it. So J.J. Abrams is kind of on fire lately.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
his
I mean, I don't
name's
want
on
to
everything right
I don't
now.
want to give him all the credit for the movie, but he definitely had a
I
hand in it.
I honestly
at some
don't
point.
think he had much of anything to do
Yeah,
with
you don't
it.
think so? Yeah.
No, but I think his.
But he's associating himself with a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
so.
well, I mean, it's his production company, so like
Yeah.
that's awesome. But he obviously that's a huge.
and I like
team,
a lot
I'm
of
sure.
his production company stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
a lot of stuff he does.
Yeah, they do awesome stuff, and this movie's awesome. And I don't want to I don't mean to take anything away from him. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure his I don't know what her like official title is, but there's another executive producer. It's J.J. Abrams and this lady, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name, but I think it was mostly her probably producing, and
Yeah.
then this director Dan Trachtenberg doing it. So it's pretty awesome.
So yeah, definitely go see it.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Yep.
it. You
Give it a
should see
shot.
One of my favorites so far this year. It's the only movie I've seen in the theaters this year, but we're still early. We're still early.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. Anything else to say about 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Don't think so.
That's awesome. That is it.
So are you ready for next week?
Yes.
You're gonna watch Hard Boiled. Any clue what that is?
The fuck is that? It's better not be some stupid ass shit like.
I think Rich is gonna hate this.
It's a film about eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like
many ways to cook them.
It sounds like a shitty like 90s like college humor sort of comedy.
Yeah, let's go with that. That's what it is.
Yeah. It sounds like it's the same people that made American Pie or something
Rich,
like that.
do you like doves?
The birds?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Do you like Mission Impossible 2?
Never seen it.
Okay. All right.
There you go. So if you like the podcast, please subscribe if you haven't already. Again, it really helps when you leave a nice review on iTunes, so please go do that. You don't have to write much. You can just say whatever,
Just, hey, sup?
Hey, sup, dude.
Sup?
Yeah, you can just say that. And if you're listening to us on YouTube or SoundCloud, give us a little like or a heart or whatever. Tell all your friends about us. And do all those things. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in a couple weeks.